Hello there, my beautiful friends. I am here in Santa Monica, California. I got the quintessential Santa Monica Pier behind me, and I'm just sitting here on the beach enjoying nature and falling in love with life over and over and over again. So, I have committed myself to not participating at all in thoughts about the so-called war that's going on. And however, within myself, yesterday, I was on an airplane on the way to California, and I had some emotions moving through me that were a little, it just kind of brought me into a little place of sadness and fear and anxiety and just sort of like flowing in this vibe that I didn't love very much. And so I kind of closed my eyes and went into meditation on the airplane, and I asked for guidance. Like, what can I look at? What can I think about? And literally, the words came into my mind. It sounded like a voice speaking to me. And it turns out that it was a Course in Miracles lesson, because check it out, I don't leave home without it, okay? Lesson 132, the title of the lesson came into my mind when I asked for help. I loose the world from all I thought it was. So two things it helped me with reading this lesson, which I read it right away on the airplane. First of all, it helped me to see that what my thoughts were causing in my own energy field, in my own space, were my responsibility. And it kind of connected me to the idea of what's going on out in the so-called world with the so-called war. That we individually and collectively are creating it, and we need to start calling ourselves onto the carpet, as they say, and having accountability for having these thoughts, because they're very powerful and very creative. Okay, so I'm not going to read the whole lesson. It's 132, so it's pretty deep in, and the lessons get pretty long when you get into the hundreds. But I do want to read a little bit of this to you, because I think it could help you. If you're struggling with how to handle the war, you're really connected to it, you're really attached to the news, or just if anything is going on that's pulling you into it, and you need something to soothe yourself, I would say, read the course, read all of it, but open up to lesson 132. I loose the world from all I thought it was. I'm just going to read a little. I'm tempted to read the whole thing. What keeps the world in chains but your beliefs? And what can save the world except yourself? Belief is powerful indeed. The thoughts you hold are mighty, and illusions are as strong in their effects as is the truth. A madman thinks the world he sees is real and does not doubt it, nor can he be swayed by questioning his thoughts' effects. I love that part. It is but when their source is raised to question that the hope of freedom comes to him at last. So a madman thinks the world he sees is real and does not doubt it. So don't be a madman. I mean, Jesus is calling you out right here. If you think what you see is real, as much as you believe it is, you're being a madman, so stop it. Okay, I'm going to read a little bit more. A lesson earlier repeated once must now be stressed again, for it contains the firm foundation for today's idea. You are as God created you. There is no place where you can suffer, and no time that can bring change to your eternal state. How can a world of time and place exist if you remain as God created you? Hello. All right, what is the lesson for today except another way of saying that to know yourself is the salvation of the world? To free the world from every kind of pain is but to change your mind about yourself. To change your mind about yourself. So it's not even like the issues you think are going on in your personal life. Well, if I just could settle this, then the war or wherever would end. No. To free the world from every kind of pain is but to change your mind about yourself. There is no world apart from your ideas, because ideas leave not their source, and you maintain the world within your mind and thought. I'm so tempted to read the whole thing, but I'm going to stop there. So please do yourself a favor. Turn off your televisions. Don't look at the YouTube clips. Don't let any of it suck you in. Okay? And remember that your thoughts about yourself, Your personal, individual, daily spiritual practice is your salvation. This is what's going to save you. Not having clever political ideas, not having the perfect right answer to the argument that you're having with your partner or with your children or with whoever. Come away from all of the attack thoughts and the, strategizing in your mind about how to solve everything and how to fix and change things. No. And I'm telling myself too, by the way, I'm looking at myself and listening to what I'm saying, because it is so easy to get lulled into the world that we think we see here. And it's beautiful. You can also shift your focus. I'm going to pull the camera up here for a second. I mean, seriously, it's like you got nature. And that's really all I have to say. You got these beautiful palm trees. You got this big chair that I'm sitting on. More trees. I mean, there's so much that we can focus on besides the things that make us upset and sad. However, when you are going through something that is related to your personal life, I'm not saying tell your remnants or energetic flow that's coming through from traumas of the past to go away. They're not real. I mean, in a way, they aren't real. However, as we heal, things release. And a lot of times there is a story associated with a sensation in your body. And it's totally okay to allow it to pass and recall, oh, I think this stems from this thing that happened in childhood or in adulthood or whateverhood, right? It's okay for all that to come into your mind, but don't grasp onto those stories, whatever they are. Those explanations are okay in the moment for the intellectual mind to kind of decipher things. But sometimes when things pass through, it doesn't even require words or a story. It's just a feeling. As I reread this lesson today and I did the 15-minute meditation that it recommends. I loosed the world from all I thought it was. And as I was doing that meditation, I felt energy moving through me and a couple things clicked out through my shoulder. And I don't know what it was associated with, but I know that I was releasing and I was letting go and I was healing. So just remember that we have this amazing tool. This resource reminds us to save ourselves, and then we will start to see the world around us differently. Even if all you can do is just start to notice that you're appreciating the nature rather than wondering, oh, what restaurant am I going to go to? I'm visiting Santa Monica and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm I want to go look at the ocean. I want to look at these palm trees. I want to look at all these flowers. You guys, the freaking flowers out here are amazing. Even though it is the end of October, it's things are still blooming beautifully. So I'm choosing to put my focus on all the things that bring me joy and make me feel connected to my creator, not all the stuff that our, very interestingly led society wants me to focus on. I decide where my attention goes. I decide where I spend my time and my energy. Nothing else. So I'm going to focus today on myself and my salvation and loving myself and forgiving myself and reminding myself that I'm just letting things pass through me, and whatever's going on in some other place in the world, that is just a representation of my consciousness, my blind spots, my work that I have to do, and nothing else. I'm not going to strategize or think about politics or diplomatic anything. That's not inward. That's all outward. Now, while intellectual conversations may be stimulating and enjoyable, remember, if you're suffering at all, you have to come back to your own salvation if you ever want to get out of it. All right? So there you go. Enjoy this beautiful beachy energy. I think it might be in the high 70s right now. I can't believe it. It's like freaking paradise. And oh, by the way, my nephew and his amazing wife and I are flying to Japan tomorrow morning. So yet another thing for Sherry to be grateful for. Please feel that energy. Feel your own reasons to be grateful. Revisit. If you missed them earlier today, go back. What are you thankful for? What did you focus on that made you feel good? And if the answer is nothing, look again. Love you all. Have a great day. I will talk to you soon.